Frank Modesto.
Bill Halloway, I never thought I'd see you again.
Well, I've been tracking you all the way from camp. Figured out anybody in this posse, it'd be you heading out west.
Camp, you say? Why don't we sit down for a minute and talk about it? It's been a long 45 days.
Cut the horse shit, Frank. I saw the camp. I saw what you left. And I saw who you left.
They killed him. And it was something outside of my control, I assure you. Cooper and I were watching the camp. We had a fire going. And we were fixing to leave in the morning when the posse came back from a job a day early. And the boys moseyed on over, you know how they get after a job, a few drinks of whiskey in them. And they sat right there by the fire, started talking about big change, they said. Now, I knew something was wrong. I told them something was wrong. But just as I was getting to him, Buck came around, charmed the life out of him. They turned on me. I took a few of them down, and I told Cooper to run. I did, and you know what? He listened to me. He was good like that. But he's just a boy. He only got a few paces before they caught him. They surrounded him. they killed your son.
Who? Who killed him, Frank?
There ain't nothing good from that line of thinking, Bill.
Tell me.
The three I put down was Levi, Frenchie, even Cassidy. But Buck pulled the trigger on Coop.
You're wrong, Frank. Buck wouldn't. Nah, I done everything he asked. I put the posse first like he told me to. I went on that 2-day ride because the entire posse needed me to.
Bill, I need you to use your head now. Why do you think you were conveniently placed 2 days' ride away? He made his move.
Yeah, it's funny. It's funny you say that. I ran into Buck right outside of camp. He said the same thing about you.
And what'd he say now?
He said you told him we needed the supplies. And you suggested me. And you try to use that as an opportunity to kill the man, knowing damn well I'd stop you if I was there. Now, what he told me was Coop was the one who tried to stop you. You shot him down.
You gotta believe me.
Well, one of you was lying to me, Frank.
You should have seen the fear in that boy's eyes.
Don't you dare.
What do you mean? If you think that I am the one that killed your child, you're mistaken. I have known you almost 17 years. I've known you since you were so small, your mama was calling you Blondie running through them cornfields. I seen Cooper take his first steps.
After seeing that camp, I don't know who you are. But I do know what you're capable of. I've seen the men that you've killed. And their sons.
That is not what I do anymore.
What do you mean that's not what you do anymore? You can't just run away from this. You know that. You got blood on your hands, Modesto.
You're right, Bill. I've spilt enough blood to fill a sea. I've killed enough men to fill an army. But this life we're living, it's empty. All the running, gunning, stealing from the common folk, pretending it's the righteous thing to do. Bill, I'm tired. And now if that's the way that you seek to go in life, I ain't gonna stop you. But where I'm heading now, I'm going west. I'm walking with the Lord Jesus, away from this sin. You can come with me. It ain't too late for that.
You're not quite understanding, Frank. You're not. I had to bury him. With my own hands. I had to bury my son.
Hope it's any consolation to you. There's something my daddy said to me when we were burying our mother, Elizabeth. He was a preacher, so you have to forgive me, but what he said to me was, "The Lord is my shepherd. I shall not want. He makes me lie down in green pastures. He leads me beside quiet waters. He refreshes my soul.
Frank.
And he guides me along the right path for his name's sake." And even though I walk in the darkest valley, I shall fear no evil.
Frank!
For you are with me. Your rod and your staff, they comfort me.
I said cut it out.
Bill, I failed you. You tasked me with looking after your only son, and I let you down. I could not protect him. Now, God knows that I wish I could switch places with him, but I can't do that. I'll never know what it's like to have a son. I'll never know what it's like to have a love like you did with Diane. But for the sake of your soul, boy, Buck has his voice in your ear, and it's got you twisted up real bad.
Now, if that's the truth, Frank, and I mean the God-honest truth, how do you not see? Buck's the one who has to die here. Come with me. You owe me that.
No, I don't owe you that, Bill. The bodies that we would stack on our quest for vengeance to kill that man, that's a war we don't need to fight anymore. We can have peace.
I can't. I can't have peace without my boy. And getting Buck is the only damn thing that I can do for him.
It will not bring Cooper Halloway back.
And I ain't asking twice.
I've been dreaming about this day for a long time now, and I sure am glad you're the one that's standing in front of me today. You do what you will, Holloway, and I'll do what I must in the name of He who is called faithful and true.